Hey, hey, hey. So, a lot of people ask how to schedule Automatio instance in exact time. For example, Monday, 2 p.m., or something like that. So, Automatio currently, by natively or by default, it doesn't support that kind of schedule. So if you go to the start action under the trigger option, you will have this schedule over here. And as you can see, the schedule works at the interval you set. So you set every 5 minutes or 10 minutes or so, or it can be every 5 hours or days. But sometimes you need to have a schedule at a specific date. So there is a workaround for this, and it's gonna be using a third-party tool. In this case, Zapier. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna use a Zapier trigger, call it schedule or something like that, and then we gonna basically trigger Automatio instance through the API, so it can run at that specific time. So let's see how to do that. So basically, let's very quickly create some instance. So I'm gonna say to extract those couple of parts, and that's it. I don't wanna name it or rename it. Let it be like this property and so I can create this instance. I'm gonna click here, create and run. It's gonna go there and collect this data. So let's wait and see. So meanwhile, while it's gonna collect this data, all right, it's already done. We have 25 rows of data. How we can trigger the instance is through the API tab. So in the API tab here, you can find different kind of requests and events what you can do with instance. So here you can get the data from the API, but in this case, we need to trigger the instance to start. So as you can see, we have here a start instance, a stop instance, or even the resume. So when we use resume functionality where we want to continue in case we use dynamic linking or dynamic input. But in this case, very simple. We're going to use a start instance API. So I'm gonna copy this by clicking over here and gonna go to the Zapier. So I'm gonna create a new Zap and gonna choose from the Zapier uh, list of applications. Let's say I'm gonna choose the schedule. As you can see, it's already over here. So it's schedule. So let's use the schedule, and now we're gonna choose the trigger event, and it can be every week, every day, every month, every hour. So let's say every day, and let's click continue. Trigger on weekends, yes, no, depending what you want. And let's say no. And I think there was also settings out there to choose the dates. For example, every Monday or so. I think there is an event out there, but I want to make this simple. So it's up to you to search for the trigger events of the Zapier itself. But this is give you idea how to do it. So let's say you want to trigger this every every day at 4 p.m. So click continue, test trigger. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna create the action, and the action will be the webhooks by Zapier, and this is a premium Zap, as you can see over here. So you need to have at least some upgraded account out there. So action event will be a get method, and very simply, just after clicking continue, I'm gonna paste here the URL I copied from here once again. So we have this start instance API in under the API tab, under the instance you want to trigger. So I'm gonna copy this once again, go back over here, put the URL into here, and just like that, you put everything by default. Click continue. So I can test and continue. So when I test this, what's going to happen? It's going to trigger my instance, and my instance should run. And as you can see, it just started running 2 seconds ago. So this is the test, as you can see. So basically, I can rename this app and call it schedule, let's say 4 p.m. to automate your instance, whatever, and turn on Zap. Okay, and so basically what's going to happen every day at 4 p.m., Automatio will trigger itself and start running. By the way, I already have over here, as you can see, Automatio is already scheduled by itself by interval. I forgot to turn this off, but over here, I'm going to turn this off. I'm just going to click update. So the Automatio stop basically uh, triggering itself over here. So it's gonna just use the Zapier as a schedule trigger every day at 4 p.m. So if we schedule 4 p.m., yeah, this one. I'm gonna put a pause just to see very quickly to research or something. All right, so over here I found that you can do, if you change the trigger event from every day to every week, I think you'll have ability to say exactly what day of the week you want to get triggered. So either Tuesday, Monday, or a specific day. I'm not sure if there's a way to set up the multiple days like Tuesday, Friday, and so on. If you cannot do that, maybe I know it should be researched, but basically you can again set up the 4 p.m. day. So it's gonna set up in this case every Friday at 4 p.m. if I continue. So this video was about it, and hopefully it was helpful. Let me know if you have uh, any questions. All the best and peace.